Most people think they already know London, even before they ever visit. They've seen Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, maybe the London Eye. It all feels familiar, almost predictable, like a place fully understood through screens. But here's the truth no one tells you: what you see about London isn't really London. Because the city isn't defined by its most famous landmarks. It's defined by how those places are experienced. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think it's about the places, when it's actually about perspective. And once you start seeing that, something shifts. Because the real London, the one no one shows you, isn't hidden. It's right there, in plain sight. You just haven't learned how to notice it yet. And by the end of this, at least 3 of these places will completely change how you see history, power, and what a city is supposed to feel like. 1. Big Ben and Parlamento Britannico. Most people see Big Ben and think they understand it. But Big Ben London is actually the 13-ton bell inside the Elizabeth Tower, completed in 1859. Right beside it, along the Thames, stands the Palace of Westminster, a striking Gothic structure finished in 1843, serving as the seat of the UK Parliament since the 13th century. It's not just political power, it's architecture designed to impress and endure. And here's what most London tourism overlooks. This isn't only a symbol, it's accessible. Inside, guided visits reveal how decisions shaped a nation. When you start seeing it this way, London travel shifts, and something just nearby begins to deepen that perspective even further. 2. Westminster Abbey. Most people walk into Westminster Abbey expecting just another historic site. But this is where British monarchy was defined. Built in 1065 and rooted even earlier, it has hosted every coronation since 1066. That alone changes how you see London travel. It's not just architecture, it's continuity. Inside, the Gothic design, stained glass, and spaces like Henry VII's chapel reveal a place built to honor legacy, not just faith. But here's what shifts the experience. This isn't just about kings and queens. Figures like scientists, writers, and thinkers are buried here too. It quietly tells you that influence takes many forms. And just when that idea settles, another place nearby shows power in a completely different way. 3. Buckingham Palace. Most people see Buckingham Palace as just a photo stop, but this is where the British monarchy still operates in real time. Originally built in 1703 and becoming the official royal residence in 1837, it represents something rare in modern cities: tradition that never stopped. That alone shifts how you see London tourism. It's not just history preserved, it's history still happening. What most overlook is the precision behind it all. The changing of the guard isn't just ceremony, it's discipline, timing, identity. And when you notice that, London travel becomes less about what you see, and more about what continues behind the scenes. And just when it feels structured and predictable, London reveals a completely different perspective from above. 4. London Eye. Most people see the London Eye as just a giant wheel, but it quietly changed how London is experienced. Opened in 2000 to mark the new millennium, it stands 135 meters tall, turning London sightseeing into something panoramic. From up there, landmarks like Big Ben, St. Paul's Cathedral, and Buckingham Palace stop being isolated points. They become part of a single visual story. And that's the shift most London travel misses. Perspective changes meaning. What feels distant on the ground suddenly connects. It's no longer just things to do in London, it's understanding how the city fits together. And just when everything seems clear from above, something at ground level challenges that clarity in a completely different way. 5. Tower Bridge. Most people recognize Tower Bridge instantly, but few understand how unique it actually is. Completed in 1894, it's not just a bridge, it's a combination of bascule and suspension design, built to open for ships passing along the Thames. That alone shifts how you see London travel. This isn't just a postcard from London tourism, it's engineering solving a real problem without losing visual identity. What most miss is how intentional everything feels. The Victorian Gothic towers weren't necessary for function, they were designed to match the city's character. And when you notice that, London landmarks stop being random. They're decisions. And just when that logic starts to make sense, another place nearby reveals what happens when power turns into protection. 6. Tower of London. Most people visit Tower of London thinking it's just a castle, but this is where power protected itself. Founded in 1066 by William the Conqueror, it wasn't built to impress, it was built to control. Over time, it became a fortress, a royal palace, a prison, and even a treasury. That alone changes how you see London travel. This isn't just history, it's strategy. And then there are the crown jewels, still kept here, guarded not just by walls but by tradition. The beefeaters don't just guide, they preserve stories. When you notice that, London tourism becomes less about places and more about intention. And just when that weight settles, London reveals something built not for defense, but for belief. 7. St. Paul's Cathedral. Most people see St. Paul's Cathedral as just another church, but this is a structure designed to redefine a skyline. Completed in 1710 after the Great Fire of London, its massive dome became a symbol of resilience and reconstruction. That alone shifts how you see London travel. This isn't just religion, it's identity rebuilt. Inside, the scale changes everything. The Whispering Gallery, the symmetry, the way sound travels, its architecture guiding experience. And when you climb higher, the city reveals itself again, but differently than from the London eye. Here, it feels grounded, intentional. And just when that perspective settles, London invites you to experience it not from above, but by moving through it. 8. Queen's Walk. Most people treat the Queen's Walk as just a path, but this is where London connects itself. Stretching about 4.6 kilometers along the Thames, it links some of the most important London landmarks, from the London Eye to Tower Bridge. That alone changes how you approach London travel. Instead of isolated stops, it becomes a continuous experience. And here's the subtle shift. Walking becomes the strategy. Not rushing, not jumping between locations, but letting the city unfold in sequence. That's something most London tourism misses. When you move this way, London sightseeing gains rhythm. And just when that flow feels natural, the city offers a pause in a completely different form. 9. St. James's Park. Most people pass through St. James's Park without realizing its role in London travel. This isn't just a park, it's one of the oldest royal parks, positioned between Buckingham Palace and central London landmarks. That alone changes how you see it, not as a break from the city, but as part of its structure. What makes it different is the contrast. After movement, noise, and architecture, this space slows everything down. Lakes, open views, and wildlife create a pause most London tourism overlooks. And when you allow that pause, London sightseeing feels more balanced. But just when everything seems calm and complete, the city reveals a different kind of depth, built not outdoors, but inside walls filled with knowledge. 10. Museums. Most people think of British Museum as just another stop, but this is where London gathers the world. With artifacts like the Rosetta Stone and Egyptian mummies, it turns London travel into something global. And the fact that it's free already challenges expectations around London tourism. But here's the deeper shift. This isn't about seeing everything, it's about choosing what to understand. The same applies to places like the Natural History Museum or the National Gallery. When you approach it this way, London sightseeing becomes selective, intentional. And just when it feels like you've seen enough, you realize London was never about how much you see, but how you see it. At some point, something subtle starts to happen when you look at a city like London. It stops feeling like a destination, and starts feeling like a mirror. Because places like Big Ben or Buckingham Palace don't really change. What changes is how you see them. A quiet moment inside Westminster Abbey. A view from the London Eye that suddenly connects everything. Small moments that begin to feel bigger than the city itself. And maybe that's the real London no one shows you. So now I want to ask you, which of these places would change how you see the world? And more importantly, when you travel, are you just seeing places, or actually experiencing them? And if you enjoy discovering places beyond the obvious, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because here on Inside Europe, there's always more than what you see at first.